Hey, how are you guys doing today? I hope amazing. So it's mayhem time for Entropia Universe. Super excited about that. Today we'll be doing some of the mayhem from planet Tolan or Toulon. I'm going to get chat up real quick and we'll get right in on it. First off the bat, I'm going to open up a few boxes, see what we get. Let's hope we get something good. Odds aren't like amazing for us getting something good out of a box, just to be honest. I've never done super impressive on boxes myself. Oh, just realized I might have put all my boxes in here. Hold on one second. Grab our boxes out, grab these out. Took a second there for it to realize I was doing that. And we'll open these babies up and then we'll get right into mayhem. I hope you guys are having a great week, just to be honest. Um, 20 bucks, if there's a chance we get something good. There's a likelihood we just get more pills and more ammunition. But, could get one of those prestigious rings or something. That would be super pimp. I think we're going to end up with a lot of ammo. A ring would be super nice though, right, going into it. That's not going to probably happen. Lots of ammo coming in though. So everybody having a pretty good week, I would assume. Been having an epic one. It's kind of a nice way when they are having an event to kick it off with some boxes. I'm a kind of mixed bag on the boxes, but I do know that's your opportunity to get some serious stuff, and so kind of like to take my chances at least. So far, this has not been bad. I mean, I've got some pills, got a lot of ammo. The rockets, I don't really care about them, but 4th of July does come eventually, so that'll be okay. Got a bunch of boosters here, guys. I think this is it. I just burnt through that fast as heck. Oh no, right here. Okay, no super ring this year, or this mayhem. That is a lot of ammo though, and so we'll probably be happy with that. I'm gonna merge all things real quick. Take this baby down here. I like everything being down here. That's put this over in here, and we'll go right in. So here's what I'm using. I'm using my normal armor. I've got a pyrotechnic or combustive chip number 7 and a neo-psykinetic amplifier number 5. All together, that's going to throw a little bit of damage, but not a ton, not mind-blowing. By the way, Senka, I hope you're doing amazing. So we're doing about 81 to 160 damage per throw with a 60% efficiency rating. I do need to fly back to Calypso, so if any of you guys are waiting on stuff on Calypso, I'm flying back because basically my store's been emptied. I've sold all the stuff I had inside the auction house, and so at this point it's hey, you probably should go restock stuff. Now to get into the event, and I'm really confused on which level we want to do, just to be honest. I'm thinking probably Mayhem 3 is good. Let's check it out. I wish they told me the level zone of each Mayhem, just to be honest. Let's see. Do we have to register anything? We do have to register. Okay, we're registering, confirming. I think that, okay, so here we are, Halloween. Mayhem event. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to do the bronze track just because I have a better chance of actually finishing through it. What all do we get? Mayhem, cosmetic tokens, bronze tokens. I'm totally okay with that. Okay, now I don't know if we need pills inside this. Do we need loot pills? That's one of those questions. I honestly don't know. Boom, we hit that button. Oh, it's these guys. Okay, 14th levels is probably right. I like these little dudes. They're kind of cool. I'm gonna get comfortable for this. Been having such a good week. Okay, all ready for this. We're gonna be killing a whole bunch of these dudes. I'm glad we didn't go too much higher with these being 14th level at level 3. Okay, so that answers that. We do need to get loot tokens. So I'm gonna go in here, buy myself some loot pills. I always keep a portable unit on me. Just because portable units, they're handy sometimes. Not always, but enough for me that I think they're worth having on you. I make them, they just cost a crap load of sweat, so I'm never sure if they're worth throwing in the auction house, to be honest. Not the auction house, but even my store, I'm never sure if they're worth it. Sometimes I have them in there in the portable repair unit, and sometimes I don't. It's a mixed bag. My coffee is freaking good. I think I put slightly extra sugar, like my spoons must have been heaping a little or something. It's a little sweeter than normal. Not complaining, I do notice it is slightly more sweet than normal, so. Hey, good morning, Avalonus. Or evening. I'm never sure what it is for you guys. But good whatever it is. Thank you for the good luck, by the way. I'm always hoping good luck. Throwing some fireballs down on some people. You know, overall, I can't complain either way. I'm like, honestly, everything's going so freaking nice that I'm like, I will let you guys know, things are going pretty freaking smooth. By the way, you know those, I don't know if you guys know, but I loaded some children's books onto, with morals in them. I felt that there should be some bedtime stories with actual morals. And so I threw some bedtime stories with morals onto barnesandnoble.com. And they've actually sold a little bit. Not amazingly, but so I'll have to probably think up some new, that kind of stuff. Hey, Snow Ranger, I hope you're having an amazing day. Honestly, I just asked my daughter, hey, what do you want me to make a story about? And she pretty much tells me, and then I have to figure that out. Makes it kind of easy. But I figure I get a bunch of those little bedtime stories up, that actually might be a sizable amount of extra income per year. I'm kind of shocked at it. I was like, and it wasn't that hard. Like, they're like 5-page freaking little mini stories. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest, but who would have known? I was excited that there's sales. There's not a lot. So, but each one of them has a few cells, and so I only have 3, so it's not like that's a ton. But I was like, oh, okay. Over the year, these might actually make some money, which then made me think I need to pump out some more books. My wife thinks that I should throw out one of those. What do they call it? You know how Christmas happens all the time. Hey! It's Beaumont? I hope you're doing good. So, supposedly... Oh! thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope you're doing amazing in life, by the way. So supposedly, if you just write some kind of Christmas romance story, those things get consumed like, well, they're just out of control. So that's what my wife thinks I should bust out, is some kind of, hey, it's a holiday romance story for money. She also likes those kind of books. I don't, honestly, read a lot of Hallmark style, hey, it's a Christmas romance books at all. But I do get how those probably are profitable. I don't know myself yet. Maybe we do that after the sci-fi book though, guys. Just make like 5 or 6 Christmas romance books that are just total. It doesn't matter because it's just about good Philly happy crap, right? That's what we could be doing. Hey, there's a tween token, so the tween tokens are dropping for this, you guys. That's always a good sign. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with that. Do you guys know that what I was noticing is, what were the tokens that are the ones that are you own some stuff? Well, one of the tokens I noticed isn't popping as much as I thought it was going to originally. Maybe they're all gone. You know, the 20th anniversary token or whatever it is. Excuse me. I don't think that those are dropping as much. I'm glad it's going good. I always hope that you guys are all just kicking so much butt. If not, I hope it starts for you. Yeah, Unreal tokens. Those are the ones. Guys, I haven't been getting Unreal tokens lately. Are those still dropping? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm not even sure. I hope they're still dropping. I kinda honestly would rather get a whole bunch of Unreal tokens than a whole bunch of the other tokens, but maybe I'm wrong in my thinking too, you know. We don't know until that stuff kicks in, right? But now there's another tween token, so these guys are tween token droppers. That's a good sign. Ooh, I need to have the thingamajig up. Codex. Are these guys not on this planet? Can I not have the codex up for these guys? I better be getting credited for this. I'm never sure. We'll find out. I'm sure it's counting somewhere, like, and then I have to go back to Calypso to collect it or something. It's a common scenario, guys. I sometimes will go to Rocktopia and double stack the stuff there. Because there's animals that have missions on Rocktopia, but then at the exact same time, you can get the codex and fly back. Okay, maybe it just isn't on this planet's codex. What is this guy? This guy's not a thaw or anything, so. Yeah, it must be in the normal codex. What's an Otis? Guys, what the crap? Where's these? I swear, they just added a new robot on this planet. That I didn't even know. I'm gonna find out where that guy is. These guys right here, they're gonna come at me. Switch over like that. Planet Toulon not allowing me to see the codex. I really think that they should universal the codexes. You know that? Just get it to where we can see our codex stuff no matter what planet we're on. Universal the whole thing. Trying to get these guys. My reaping skill sucks, by the way. That's what I just noticed. There's another Halloween strongbox. I'd be okay with getting a bunch of those. You guys doing anything super exciting and interesting? I mean, in your world, it doesn't even have to be you think that we'll think it's interesting. Like, I always like it when you guys are doing stuff. Sometimes you guys are doing some freaking cool ass stuff. I'm like, oh, that's inspiring. Sometimes we're all being boring though too. I mean, like me too. Sometimes I'm not all that exciting. Dailies on Kali are fun. I like the dailies on Cyrene a ton though, you guys. Oh, you know what? Next Island has some good dailies too. And Planet Toulon. Oh man, they need to do... Oh yeah, I'm gonna knock out some Mayhem. I'm not gonna do a ton. I'm only doing the bronze level Mayhammer. I do like that you can get some cool stuff during Mayhem. Next Island has super good dailies. So does Cyrene. Honestly, if the rest of the planet... You know, for crafting, Monria also has a great crafting daily. But if they had... Oh, you know what? If they would just... You know, make it where all the planets have equally good stuff, it would be really neat. Like, balance it out. It's because they make you do so much for the Mayhems. Like, the people that are doing that Rutabaker or whatever it is, I don't know, it's something. Yes. So, the idea behind Arcadia is super cool. And they have all kinds of unique weapon blueprints and everything. And then they don't do anything with it. Like, they need some dailies redone. And then on top of that, they need to start organizing some events there. And other little things. Honestly, Arcadia would be a cool planet to own, you guys. I'm not in that, hey, I have that much cash that we're going to be buying Arcadia. Can you imagine if Rocktopia could use some attention also? Yeah, I agree. Can you imagine if you owned Rocktopia and Arcadia and then you could like create some Arcadia Rocktopia cross-planet missions and stuff? That would be pimp. I think so. Is that Dab Inks MGP? I don't really know how to pronounce that. There's so many letters in there. Dabix GP? I don't know. We need to be able to, well, if I'm ever a millionaire, multi-millionaire, we're buying some planets, guys. I'm working on it. Like a few million away from being a multi-millionaire. You know, it's okay. But if we own some planets, I would want to own those 2 planets and then a brand new planet that was based around steampunks that had a whole bunch of different like vehicle blueprints and dirigibles and stuff like that, and some gliders and stuff like that was much more based around like vehicle PvP and some kind of super dangerous underground area. Yeah, no, there used to be good planets, and the thing is, they need to just get back on it. I feel eventually they will. For a second, I was having a pity party, and I was like, kind of pissed off at the developers, to be honest. Now I've pulled out of it a little bit, where I'm not pity partying, like, why aren't they making this game how I want it? And I've just decided that long term, we're just going to have to be really rich and buy the game. Maybe that's not realistic, you know what I'm saying? Hostile takeover or something, that'd be cool. Can you imagine if you just slowly sniped the stocks off the open stock market and took over the game from an economic manner and then like announced a bid for hostile takeover? Now I'd have to hire a whole crew of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually don't know how to program video games or any of that stuff at all. But I'm going to tell you, I would feel I had accomplished something pretty serious if I were able to launch some kind of hostile takeover on Entropia Universe and take it over in the like leave the planetary partners in place, because I think the planetary partners do a great job. You know what I'm saying? And they give some sauce to the thing. They're like the spice of this game. But actually give them a little bit more freedom. I actually think that they don't have as much freedom as they should have in the decision-making process. Or maybe we just create some giant Entropia event where everybody comes together on each continent, not just over in Europe, but like the Entropia of America thing. Some leagues. Some leagues would be good. Hire some professional gamers that are like, what you call those girls? E-girls that have like big followings, so we could get some eyes on this game. It's sad, you gotta have eyes on a game to make it grow, right? So we need like some hottie toddies, maybe some really charismatic dudes that are like, I don't know, something. And then this game would grow, and we'd be like, holy crap, look at the player base. Look at how much fun stuff we could do in this game. But about 100 new vehicles is what I'd like to see them throw into this game. Then some new weapons, some new armor. I agree. Oh no, I agree that the incentives that they do for next island are what they should be doing. And on top of that, I had a hair in my mouth. That's not good. You don't want to have that going on. They need to have, honestly, they could hire some planetary ambassador. Like we could get it, like they have enough cash. They could do it. But I agree, it wouldn't hurt them to just have stuff going on each planet where there was next island stuff, and some faction warfare. Each one of the planets should have one allied planet and one enemy planet, and there should be missions and battlefields on each planet for the different factions to kill each other and gain faction points. And those faction points should allow you to not only rank up for more options and more faction missions, but should give you inside like track for key faction related gear. Yes! Intergalactic war. There should be an area in space for intergalactic combat, and each planet should have a battlefield on it in which people can come and rank up their, hey, I want to kill the other side faction stuff. On top of that, there should be some faction-based NPCs in there, because you don't want like just the top players sitting in there farming all the new people, you know what I'm saying? But there needs to be faction-based missions, like assault on base blah blah blah, or space station blah blah blah, or take out like ships. We need stuff in space, guys. We need a lot of stuff. I always try to harass them, let them know we need more stuff. I don't think that they listen. But oh, I agree. It doesn't go fast. Do you see why I wasn't like, hey, let me do any of the higher level ones? I was selective on this time. I didn't think it was a good time. One time, I agree say they don't. Hence why we need to do a hostile takeover. One time I signed up to do gold. The first time I did it. And then I realized that was never happening. I was like, oh, That's a freaking a little more than I thought I was gonna do. And so then I was like, oh, I won't do that again. And so now I know. I've learned from my lesson. My lesson of, hey, the gold is a little bit extreme. You guys gotta measure. You know, for people that are dropping tons and tons and tons of money, it's not. For all of us normal guys that are just like, hey, let me sit down with my 20 bucks and have some fun. That whole idea of finishing like the higher level ones is straight up crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went straight to bronze. But if you're dropping $10,000 into this game and you're really that aggressive, good for those guys. Like, I'm not gonna drop $10,000. I play like a normal person. I like to just have fun. And if I'm gonna drop $10,000, I'm gonna probably buy some stocks and go on a vacation. Hey, that's a thing, maybe. Let me see this. I could do that. I'll have to check this out. This guy has a whole bunch of shop stuff. I'm gonna have to look at this guy's thing later. Looks like he has a shop somewhere he wants checked out. I'll show you guys it. I don't mind promoting other people's shops. He has a shop on Calypso. I have no idea where this is. Kerfunku floor 12? You guys know where that is? I'm gonna check that guy's shop out. I'll check it out sometimes. Yeah, I like, well, because I don't like wasting money. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I like making money a lot. I really hate spending money. Like, money isn't just magically appearing in my world. I have to do things to get money every time. Like work, write random books, stream. It doesn't just appear. So I like to just relaxingly hunt. I don't hunt the big like stuff that's gonna cost me $600 to hunt. Cause I consider $600, that's some money. And so I like to keep it where I can go in with like maybe 40 bucks or less and just play. I'm not trying to sit there and be like the #1 player in Entropia universe, because I realize that there are people that have millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars yet. If I did have millions of dollars, I'd probably, I don't know, I'd probably be trying to influence how the game is developed, to be honest. Buy enough stock that they have to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Be like, okay guys, I own this percentage of the game. I need you to do this. And then they have to, because you're a core shareholder. And so, yeah. That you get yourself put on the board. So, I own some stock in another company that I helped as a startup. And that literally was a good positional choice, because I own enough stock that it then put me on the board of directors. And as the board of directors, dude, I get a boss around what I think we should be doing. More than a normal stockholder. I mean, it's a very, very little company. But I'd rather have a position to where I could be like, hey, I think we're messing up here, than not. Which I always think we're messing up somewhere, because we're still a very little company. Maybe that changes one day. Maybe not. It's a lot of fun anyway. My coffee is so good today. My God, it's just amazing. I had a buddy that owned a coffee company called Mountaineer Roasters. And then about a few months ago, he sold it. Now he's just playing with cows and stuff. He bought some cows. He doesn't know anything about cows, just for the record. Like nothing. He just like literally was bored and just like a week or two ago bought cows. He had horses before, but he just bought a bunch of cows. I have no idea what he thinks he's doing with them. I guess we're all going to learn about cows. Super excited about that. But yeah, out of nowhere, he went from I'm selling my coffee shop, which by the way, if you get a coffee shop up with a roaster in it and everything, those, when you go to sell them, because a lot of people won't build a coffee shop, they sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's like he didn't spend that much on it. He bought the original coffee shop. I think maybe he put $60,000 into it. And then that kept him employed for like maybe 4 years, right? And he built it up. So he did do a bunch of work. And he bought the roasting stuff and learned how to roast coffee and stuff and built up his own little coffee brand. And then, after making a pretty good amount of money with the coffee shop to start with, he decided he actually didn't like doing it anymore. I know, right? And so then he decided he was going to sell it, in which I didn't realize how much coffee shops with a roaster in them go for. But he sold it so fast. Like, it went on the market, and it was sold, like, maybe within 3 months, and there were multiple interested people in it. It wasn't even like if one person didn't buy it, it wasn't going to sell. It was like, who was going to pay the most for it? And I mean hundreds of thousands of dollars, guys. Like, super good deal for him. Like, a good enough deal that he's not working now and he just bought himself a bunch of cows. The cow thing, I really don't know what to say about, though. I'm going to go check them out this weekend, though. I haven't even got to see the cows. They just, like, literally got bought just the other day. Maybe last week, probably. Last week, technically. I haven't got to check them out, though. That's one of those things where you gotta learn something about it before you do it, I think. But who knows? Pretty motivated dude. He didn't know crap about coffee before he bought a coffee shop, so. And that turned out super good, you know what I'm saying? Do you know, guys, that you can open a simple coffee shop that's serving somebody else's coffee, like from a roaster, for probably in the zone of about $30,000 to $60,000 for sure. In most areas. I mean, like, there are some areas that, and they make reasonable money. I think he didn't pay himself any money for the first 3 months as it was getting up. Though, just so you know, like, any business startups like that, where you're like, you don't actually necessarily get paid for a second. Super fun, though. Yeah, so the bigger players do have input. And honestly, anybody that wants to go to that one thing, they have like a convention. It's just over in Europe. I can't even remember what it's called, but you can go over to it, and they do a big old Entropia universe. Hey, everybody hangs out and plays together. I know a lot of people do go to it. I even know some of the other streamers go to it every year. I've never been to it because I'd have to go over to Europe, and I haven't got a chance to go over to Europe. Let me get a bunch of stuff online to where I'm raking in cash, and then we'll start talking about that kind of stuff. Honestly, if I were raking in enough cash, I would probably sponsor some kind of thing where I go and we allow one of my viewers to win a thing too, and then I just pay for their expenses, and we all just go to it. That'd be a pimp. That'd be a cool prize. I mean, my channel wouldn't pay for it, obviously. It doesn't bring in that kind of cash. But if I was just bringing in cash to the level I didn't really care, well, yeah. I'd be having stupid prizes. The people would be like, I don't think that's a logical prize. And I'd be like, I don't care. Logic, that's not even fun. I'm just joking. Logic's fun, but I mean, I think you guys know what I'm saying. But can you imagine what a good prize that would be? Go over to the Entropia thingy-majiggy. Yeah. And take a random person. That'd be fun. We'd have to make sure the random person wasn't out of control. I don't want to get somebody over into Europe and have them. Yeah. I don't have a private jet yet, but if I did have one, that would be super cool to have one. I know a dude that's a pilot though, that used to so this one dude I know. So I know a lot of people that did random things. He now owns like a peach thing going on. He's also in the peach business. I know two dudes that make tons of money in the peach orchard business, which is such a weird business to make tons of money in. So, hey Fire Debug, how you doing? So one of them literally got into it last year or so. Plus he has he takes people on tractor tours of the peach things and does you pick it tours where people pay to go out there and pick their own peaches and go on a tour. It's kind of weird. But he does make good money. So before that, he was living in the Philippines as a pilot. He's not from the Philippines. He's from the United States. But so many business dudes fly back and forth between Japan and the Philippines and other places on those islands that they need pilots all the time, and they don't necessarily want to be on a plane with everybody else. So he was over there living for, I think, about 5 years as a private plane pilot for business dudes. And you don't spend much money. Well, you should move out to the countries. It's pretty freaking nice, actually. And I'm hoping for some good loot, too. Mostly, I'm just hoping we have a good time. But, so, maybe I'll ask one of my buddies if I can do a video on his peach business. But one of my buddies, James, he has a multiple $1,000,000 peach business at this point. He's bought up so many freaking peach orchards. The guy is crazy doing well. He just bought up an event center last year. Oh, well, I get you. I'm just telling you that I've known a lot of broke farmers. My grandpa farmed his whole life and really didn't make crap for money because he was a bean farmer. And so when my buddy said he was going to buy a peach orchard, I thought to myself, good luck with that. I've never met a rich farmer. Touché, he is now a rich farmer. So if you're going to get into farming, the peach, boom, look at that. The peach industry somehow is a good industry, guys. Good industry. So he owns the Palisade Peach Shack, and he also owns Palisade Peaches, and he owns, I don't even remember what the name of, he's into wine. Yes. His event center is like a wine event center. I think it's Deep Roots something. He owns all kinds of stuff at this point. Yeah, so he does wine, he does whatever he wants at this point. He's doing good. It taught me a lesson. Don't assume just because somebody else was in the industry that somebody you know is not going to be able to make money. because maybe they come at it differently than everybody else. You know what I mean? In which he did. Like straight up, he's doing good. I'll have to find the stuff. I'm gonna ask him if I can do a YouTube video on his business. Maybe do an interview with him. We'll ask him the deep questions about, hey, how did you become a millionaire off of peaches? I already know the backstory, so it's not gonna be that shocking to me. I can tell you, he went out and he worked in the oil field industry, like the natural gas industry, for like a few years. And he saved up all his money. I mean, and he saved his money. And then what happened next is he went in with a few buddies and he did buddy builds on houses. And they built a few houses and they sold a few houses. Like less than 4 or 5, probably. And then right after that, he didn't really want to do that anymore because it wasn't what he wanted to do. And he ended up with an opportunity to buy a peach orchard. And so he bought the peach orchard. And then from there, he just snowballed. And he kept buying more peach orchards and more peach orchards. And made a deal with the winery. And then made a deal with another place. And then all of a sudden, like, now he has a tourist stop location, an event center, his peach orchards. He runs a whole bunch of peach stands during the year. I don't even know how many. I guess I'll ask. I'm gonna get a hold of him. I'm doing an interview on this dude. He employs a lot of people, let's just say that. He's a pretty nice guy. He is rolling in peach money. I'm gonna see if I can find his stuff, you guys. He's on social media. He doesn't do social media that hardcore, you guys. Just so he in fact hates social media so much at one point. He hired one of my other friends to run their social media stuff because he doesn't like doing it. Like he just wants to chill and basically that's all he does. He doesn't do anything wild. He goes on one cruise every year at the end of the peach season. That's what he does. I'll look up all this stuff. Hold on one sec. I'm pulling up what we call the... This only usually takes me a second to find his stuff. Okay. So, I'm going to make it where we can see stuff. We'll move it past all this other weird stuff that's on this. So, boom. Hold on one second. Making it where you guys can see what I'm showing. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so he owns this Palisade Peach Shack, which actually is a business with a business inside, and obviously they have all these peaches and stuff, right? It's this building right here. And then, let me see if James has his stuff. His name's James, by the way. Join the family. They have a .com. Everybody I know follows it. Let's see if James is under here. Obviously, Adrenaline Adventures also follows at Lewis Baker and stuff. Let me think of what his other business is called. Deep Roots, I think, is what it is. Darko Cellars. That's the other one he owns. So see how Darko Cellars has the exact same pictures pretty much? So Darko Cellars is his fancy event center. And you see how it has all this wine and stuff like that? Yeah. And so they do events, they do concerts, they do whatever they want there basically. All of this comes from peaches, guys. All of it. Oh, and there's even a Palisade Peach Shack that's in Texas. because he did that well. Let's see. It'll pop it up. Palisade Peach Shack. There should be a Texas one. Well, there's more than one. Basically, he has multiple locations at this point. And so, one of them's in Texas. Let's see if we can find it. Texas, yeah. See how it's the same one? So this one's in Texas. All Palisade Peaches. This is the dude that used to be a pilot right here. That dude's name's Aaron. Cool guy. So see, yeah, they built a new location there just recently, actually. And so all of that stuff, guys, is just from the peach industry. He bought some peach orchards, and then boom. Is that not crazy, though? That's how much you can do off of just some peaches. Most people would not believe that you could just be like, boom. But I didn't either. Originally, when he originally was like, nah, I'm going to buy an orchard, I literally was like thinking, what the heck are you thinking, dude? Nobody wants to go and be a broke farmer. Well, now, obviously, he's not a freaking broke farmer. And, yeah, he hosts concerts there. It allows me to go do a lot of free stuff. Just, I'm going to say, he's very kind. So, oh, yeah. Orchards make killer money. Killer money. Like, way more than I would have thought. If you guys are ever, like, just sitting there thinking, hey, do I want to buy this orchard and be a orchard dude? It's a lot of money. It's like way more cash than I would have guessed. I really thought, so where I come from was a small little rural community of farming people, and they farm like wheat and beans and stuff like that. You don't make crap for money, and you work your butt off. Orchards, he works way less. And he makes so much money on them. It's absolutely impressive. I'm always for people doing well like that. And if he ever decided to sell all his stuff, he'd be retired immediately. Like he has millions and millions of dollars in stuff at this point. Off of peaches. But you're right about you got to take that chance. Because a lot of people would have never took the chance. A lot of people would have never done it in the first place, you guys. And that's what really makes people successful, is taking those chances that other people won't take, because all of a sudden you then get to reap the rewards that other people won't reap. Sometimes you get nuked. Oh, chestnuts? Yeah, I'll bet so, because people eat them frickin' all over the world. I didn't even think of a chestnut place. He's buying an orchard next to have cherries, because he literally doesn't have cherries yet, and he wants to add cherries to his store. So he's going to buy a cherry place. But chestnuts, I'll bet, sell well. You wouldn't think of it, because nobody tells you when you're a kid. You know what makes a lot of money? Orchards. I don't know why. Honestly, guys, I don't know if you guys had career counselors, but I feel our career counselors were not doing a great frickin' job. You know what I'm saying? They didn't, like, they're like, you're going to want to do this. You're going to want to do this. And why not be like, you know what you should do is, while you're young, take risks, for one, because you've got plenty of freaking time. And then, you know, maybe career counselors need to actually have some kind of training. Oh! I didn't know about nut roasting. That's good to know. Yeah, there's so many amazing ways that people make money that for some reason you just don't hear about because our society likes to focus on specific jobs and tell you that you need to do this or do this to make money. Honestly, it looks like there's just a lot of different ways and it's not the ways mostly they tell you. And so it's kind of crazy. But yeah, if you ever holy crap, we just got another global. They're loving us today, guys. It's there's a lot of mojo going on though. There's a lot of mojo. I can feel the mojo. My coffee's super good. I'm in an amazing mood. You guys are kicking butt. That's how we know things are gonna go good. I mean, you know what I mean? The mojo level is just. I want to own like a cantina one day. I don't know if they make very much money, but I like going out for tacos and margaritas and stuff. And so one day I think I'm going to put a cantina next to one of my friends' other business. It does. I get, and I'm not going to argue that. For a lot of people, the safe bet is the best bet. But if you are feeling that your soul is missing something because you really want to do something, you should 100% do it. I mean, unless it's something negative against society, we don't need any of that. But if you're like, I've always wanted to do this or that, the worst thing you're going to do is fail at it. And by not doing it, you automatically fell at it. And that's just reality. And so, and if you succeed at it, you get so much out of it. Heck, you could own an event center, be hosting concerts and drinking your wine. Do you know what they have there? They have wine slushies. Because during the summer it's really hot. So they have a slushy machine. They have actually 4 of them that are filled with different types of wines. And they make wine slushies. And they serve them. And they're overly expensive, I'll tell you that. But tourists and other people that are at events all the time will pay the extra dollars for a wine slushy over a normal. Yeah, it's totally. They make. Yeah, it's super good. So I've tried all the slushies at this point. And so I've kind of figured out which wines are good as slushies. And it is good. And so you can just take and buy wines and have slushy machines and have a liquor license and just set up a location that does wine slushies and people will buy a wine slushy over normal wine. Like, especially during the summer or if you live in a hot area. I know the place down in Texas sells them like crazy. And so that's the other thing. He came at it from a good angle. He didn't just be like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to just do it how everybody else does. He has a wine tasting place, but the wine tasting place has slushies. A lot of wineries are too snobby. They don't think you want to have a slushy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thank you very much. I hope you're having a great day. I'm trying to figure out how to say your name properly. Kajurg? Kajurg? I'm honestly not sure how to say that, but we'll just pretend I said it right. I'm hoping you're having a great day. Yeah. I'm going to let you know if you're going to open a winery, just have frickin' slushies, guys. Y'all doing good though, right? I think we're frickin' dominating this at this point. This is going to take forever to get to that 700 points though. You guys see that? I'm okay with that. We've got the whole things. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about everything on that level, but I hope your loot gets better. Oh yeah, poor loot's depressing. Because you're just wanting to have fun, and then you feel like you're just getting beat in the face, and so then it just gets kind of sad. I don't like that. I am going to ask that James dude if I can interview him and ask him questions about his business and stuff like that. He'll let me, because he's pretty friendly dude. His wife would do the interview too. But I probably better ask him. Because, you know, when it's your business and somebody would rather talk to randomly anybody else, it's very offensive. I think I'm going to. This winter, I'm going to get a bunch of interviews of business dudes that I know and how they made all their money. Let's start asking business dudes, hey, how did you make all your cash? It's always nice to know. I know a lot of people have interviewed my buddy Cole that sold his coffee shop already. He's already been interviewed by people. Like to interview him for some reason. I'll have to interview him too since everybody else does. I like doing that kind of stuff where you just go visit with somebody and ask them questions. That's always fun. I'm gonna. Which nano chip? What do you mean nano chip? Do you mean in real life? Or do you mean in like the recyclers? Because I use the number 2. I mean not recyclers, but the explosive projectile one. Good, because Mind Force. Well, it matters which level you are. So can I tell you what I would do? Is I would find yourself a permanent combustive chip 1 or combustive chip 3 and use it to build up if you're not already built up. But on these guys, I feel that we're doing pretty good. And right now, I have a Neosci Kinetic Amplifier 5 on a Nano Chip 7. And it's going pretty good. I think it's going good. But I'm only in the tier 3 dudes. I'm not in like high level. So if you're about to go super high level, my DPS is only 50 something. But we're throwing 81 to 160. I'm just throwing it slow. But technically it says my DPS is only 53.7. I know, right? Everybody's like, why, huh? I agree. I do remember that. Did you do that? I stockpiled a bunch for my crafting, by the way. And it was a good choice on that because I didn't have to expose myself to all the crap. I like your name, Cheese Handler. Do you work in cheese in real life? Is that a profitable business? For some reason I want cheese to be super profitable also. Because I like cheese, that's why. It was easy to see coming, but people are naughty about it. And some people just will never put in that much stuff. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not sure how much they'll go up. I thought it was kind of weird the way they did it, though, just to be honest, you guys. I mean, like, I'm not against what they did, but the way they did it was just a little, I don't know what the heck. My coffee is just freaking so good. I wish I owned a coffee roaster. I had Primo coffee at one point. Now I guess I'm gonna have cow products. I don't know. I always do business with whatever friends are in business over other people. I know that sounds kind of cliquish, but if my friend's gonna be in business, that's who I'm gonna do business with. Just for the record. I mean, it's cool that other people do stuff too, but I kind of like one of those people where if I expect support from other people, I have to be expected to give support to other people. And so, if one of my friends is like, I'm going to be in business doing some stuff, I'm all about trying to make sure I do business with them. If one of my friends was a lawyer and I was ever in trouble and they were good at it, I'd want them to be good at it, right? On lawyers, we're a little iffy. But on everything that's not, I don't know about boxcar coffee. Maybe we do. I'll look it up. Let me write this down. I kind of want to own a coffee shop. Not just because I saw my friend make so much money on a coffee shop, but just because it seems like a cool business. You know what I'm saying? It's in Boulder, Colorado? Wait, Boulder, Colorado though? I just want to verify. Because I like Boulder. That's a neat town. I'll check this place out. If I were going to open a coffee shop, it would serve locally roasted coffee. I would find somebody in my state that wanted to sell me their coffee, and that's what I would serve. Oh, that's super cool. Well, I go up to Boulder sometimes. Last weekend, I went to Durango. And I had super good pizza, you guys. I had super good everything. I went to funky shops and I literally, yeah, I had a blast. Like, it was a good experience. I could live in Durango. Like, I don't live there, but I had super fun. And I'm gonna let you know, it was a good experience. Super good experience, actually. I like that town. It's a nice little town. It's not very big, but their main street is bustling. Like, just has so much stuff going on it. Has tons of different food. Yeah, I had a great freaking experience. Oh, that was 24. I really feel we're doing good here for some reason. Got a bunch of boxes. Got a whole bunch of that. Yeah, we're doing good. Oh! I've heard of Lone Tree. I've never been there. Is it a pretty good place to go? Do you guys got good food in Lone Tree? I like good food. I live in a place that's not exciting. I'm in Grand Junction, Colorado. It's not. It doesn't have. It's like a bunch of people, but yet we don't have great restaurants except Mexican restaurants. And we have a big mall that's not that good. It's very, very sad, actually. We don't have culture in Grand Junction, you guys. We have a college, we have a mall, we have a downtown area that's dead. It's totally dead by 7 o'clock at night. Nothing is ever going on down there. It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. That's true. But there's nothing ever going on. It's very. I wish we had like. Have you been down to Durango ever and saw their downtown area? It has like hundreds of people out having a blast, eating food, drinking beers, having coffee. And like they're a little town of 20,000 people. We have way more population and we're like boring as crap by 8 o'clock at night. I'm not even a night person, but the fact that we're such a big town and have nothing going on so early is kind of sad. Kind of sad, guys. Oh. So, yeah, see what I mean though? Wouldn't you like it if it was bustling and full in life? Our downtown area is dead at night too, and I don't like that. I wish we had like so they had in Durango, they had restaurants from India, they had restaurants, pizza places, they had like Asian little restaurants, they had tons of Italian restaurants, all on their main street. They had little pubs, they had tons of little shops. So ours has a few people during the day, but at night it just dies. And honestly, by like 6 o'clock at night, it just. Which that means like if you want to go out with some friends or you have friends in town for the evening, and you're like, hey, let's go do something. There's nothing to do. Like you don't have somewhere to go eat, go hang out, go culture it up and stuff. We even have a downtown association that's supposed to actually work to make it vibrant, happening. I don't know how much they get paid, but I will let you guys know they're not doing their job very well. They're kind of like, oh yeah, if it happens. That's kind of what I wish, that we had a coffee shop and a pizza place and just little basics, like where like if you and your friends wanted to go downtown at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, there'd still be something to do. Yeah. So we're all in the same boat on that level, huh? Good to know. Well, let's hope our communities get some stuff. So it does some downtown events during the holidays. Like we have the parade of lights and stuff like that, but most of the businesses don't have anything to do with it. It just floats and stuff. And there's really nothing going on. So during the summer, we have farmers markets downtown and stuff, but they're during the day mostly. So even during like But there's nothing to do, guys. It's just nothing to do. We do have stuff down there. We host events, but all of the businesses are mostly closed, even during the events. And honestly, what is there? You're gonna go shopping during the event? There's no none of the stuff I want. There's some restaurants, and there's some okay restaurants. Like we have a Rock Slide and Brewery. Their beer's pretty good. I had really good food last time I went there. Outside of that, there's not that much going on down there. There's a French restaurant that's very poshy, you know what I mean? To where it's fun, but it's very much its own little hey, we're being overly posh. And so, but they have super good food, but their French fries are truffle something French fries where they take and they put truffle stuff on the French fries. French fries and truffle oil or something like that. I don't know. They're good. Not gonna complain about it, but I mean, you don't really feel like going downtown to the brewery every night or even once a week, or going to the little overly poshy French restaurant. And the French restaurant's slightly expensive, you guys. I mean, by slightly expensive, it's just freaking expensive. Like that, and we have a few things. Just not like your normal people stuff. Like, hey, here's a nice, it's open late into the night coffee shop, and here's a little pizzeria. The pizzeria part, I think, would be the nicest thing, you know. Maybe a few other things. Some place that had a dude playing a guitar. I don't play a guitar, but we really just... I know that they're gone unless you live in a tourist town, and then all of a sudden people are down there doing stuff again. I just would like the days of going downtown and having stuff to do and being able to go shopping to come back, honestly. I'm not even that big of a shopper, dude. I don't actually like shopping necessarily, but I do like the experience of going with friends to the downtown area. In cities, when I go visit some people, their downtowns are super big. So, I know over in the San Diego area, there's an Italian downtown area. It's filled with people. Filled with people. Tons of good food. Tons of stuff going on. Absolutely a good experience. And, yeah. I'm okay with us getting a little bit back to having communities, though. You know what I'm saying? I like having a community. I'm not that big of a, hey, let me be out every night, or even most nights. But when I do want to go out, I actually don't want to go to the club, necessarily, or at all. And so for me, I'd rather just have places that are just a good experience than a bunch of bars and clubs. But maybe I'm an anomaly on that. It seems like there's a lot of people going to the bar and the club, so that seems to be the more popular choice, to be honest, guys. I think we're doing pretty freaking good on this. I'm not doing very good Mayhem token-wise, though. Only got a few of those. But wouldn't you rather just enjoy yourself with the experience than the way we've got nowadays? Maybe I am the strange person on this. I don't know. I like experiences over stuff even. I'm not that big of a stuff person. But I do like experiences. See, that's 30 ped right there. I really feel we're just dominating the crap out of this, guys. Is there anything you guys think they could do to actually bring back the downtown areas? Is it an actual savable thing, or you think that that's just totally gone? Because I like to think in my mind that it could be brought back. I could be wrong though. After we buy Entropia out, do a hostile takeover. We'll have to buy a downtown area somewhere and attempt to revitalize it. Just slowly buy out each shop one by one until you have like 50% of them. And then put a whole bunch of synergy into them all. And then build back the whole area and sell it one by one so you can be very rich. I'd like to think that that's possible. I would like it if the world was better again. Yeah. I more want the downtown area to be an experiential place. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I hope you're having a great day, Randall. But I get you. Like, have concerts down there. Have like a beer garden. Have a coffee shop. Have like a pizza place. Maybe some other random stuff that goes together. Tear down one of the buildings and build a miniature golf course. I haven't played miniature golf for years, but I did play it at one point. That's like, if you just want a lazy date with some girl, that's a good date, by the way. It's so far been super good to me. Like, for sure it's been good already. Like, I know how much ped we had in ammo and stuff when we started, and we're actually up. But I think that that's mostly because of the few high hits and the two globals. So no complaints, let's just say that. And my coffee's freaking just dang good. So yeah, I have no complaints today. I kind of want to tattle on something. So while I was on vacation, right? I'm not tattling on myself or anything. The girl that was working at the counter at the hotel was like a really cutesy younger blonde girl, and she was super overly friendly. Let's just say that, like super overly friendly. I didn't like give into it and like or anything. I was just friendly back. But I'm gonna tell you, it made my little experience so happy because every time I got back, she was just like so excited to see me and smiley face at me that I didn't even know what to think. I was like, this girl has got the biggest smile I've ever seen and is a little bit too excited to see me each time. And so, but it was a super good experience, partly because of that. You know what I mean? Because everybody likes smoke being blown up their butt, right? By the opposite sex, where they're like overly friendly at you. I think that that's everybody. Or by whatever your interest is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Raiden, thank you very much. I hope you're having an amazing day, by the way. But yeah. Oh, she was very friendly. She's the one that let me know where to go get pizza and everything. She was super nice. It like to the point that I was like, um, how nice do I want to be back? Which I was pretty nice back to her. I like literally, hey, thank you very much. I hope you have a great rest of your day, by the way. Or night. If it's a night, I hope you just have good dreams. But basically, she was so friendly that when I brought back a pizza, I actually got her some pizza. Yeah, I know, right? That that's how you end up with great hotel service the whole rest of your stay, though. Hey, is that Bogdan Sachi Daniel? Well, I'll pretend I said that right. I hope you're having a great day, and hola back to you. But yeah, super cutesy, super big smile, and so I was like, oh, oh no, she told me she's like, thank you so much, blah blah blah. It would be overstepping boundaries, but I'm gonna let you guys know that there was a clear signal that it was okay before I brought her pizza back. There was no confusion. Like it was one of the most direct girls I've ever seen. So I have to be well behaved anyway because I'm married. And and so I was very well behaved. But I did um, bring her back pizza from when I went out. I just was well behaved and made sure to not overcross boundaries. Like at all. I was like, well, I want to be nice to this girl because I would like to maintain how nice she's being at me, but I don't want to cross over some line where all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I think you guys know what I mean. Where you want the person to stay nice, but you don't want to take it past some line to where it's not just nice, and now all of a sudden you're having to make morally, decisions and stuff like that. I just wanted the girl to be nice my whole vacation, not not anything else. I air quoted that because that's the only thing I could think to say about it. But she was super cutesy anyway. And it did make my whole trip super fun. Like, I'm going to just say that. It was like, because when you get back to the hotel and the girl's just like beamingly smiling at you and overly nice, it does make your trip better. I'm just going to say. My wife already knows about it though, so. Because she knew about it because she was with me. And she's like, that girl's being a little overly nice. And I was like, oh, really? So I kind of played dumb. I'm going to be honest. I'm like, oh, really? I just thought she was super friendly. Which was not that convincing. I'm not an actor. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you guys probably could see I'm not that good at acting. And so, but she was super nice. And she was nice at my wife, too. Not just mean it. Like, you know how some girls will be nice at you, but then they're like catty at whoever you're with? That just gets you in trouble. That's not good, you guys. You don't want some girl being friendly at you and catty with your significant other. It's nice to have. I get you. But you know what I'm saying? When they're nice at you, but they're catty at your significant other, and so then it's just causing you trouble because you're not going to do anything with them, and now you don't even get to enjoy the nice because now you're in deep trouble. Yeah, that's not good. Nobody likes that. Hey, Rudovo, how you doing today? Everybody likes attention from their desirable like group. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's just human biology. It gives you all those dopamines and stuff, and makes your mojo go up. That's what I think. I try to be nice to people on purpose, partially for that reason. Like, not inappropriately nice, but if I realize somebody just needs somebody to be nice at them, I try to be nice because, for one, it's a huge, huge thing. Oh, don't keep your head down. I never keep my head down. I also get like some negative feedback once in a great while, but Senka, you don't want to keep your head down, bro. You just want to. We gotta work on your positive self-imaging so that you can carry your mojo at them. We gotta get your mojo up, bud. We'll figure it out. I tip a waitress. Well, I tip 20% right off the bat. But can I tell you, I had a waitress that was so freaking good the other day, and my meal was so cheap that I just tipped her the amount I would tip if it was a good meal, which literally was over 20%. But I tip 20% normally. But the thing is, I went to a truck stop while I was driving down there, like a truck stop diner. And so, what happened is this girl was an amazing waitress. She was also super cute. And then what happened was my meal altogether was 30 frickin' bucks, right? Which honestly was super, super cheap. Okay, I'm gonna find a book for you. You're not gonna avoid eye contact anymore, guys. I'm gonna grab my book. It's not my book. Okay, I'm gonna make it where I can show you guys this. I gotta wait till it shows it, cause there's a delay. This is a book. It's called The Like Switch. Let me see if I can get it right up in there. Boom, boom, boom. You guys see it? This book was created by an FBI agent and a psychologist. Both of them have PhDs. The FBI agent was a deep penetration officer who penetrated the mob and other groups by being likable. He would actually get them to come to him. It's a book on body language, and it tells you and shows you how to adjust your body language to be more likable and to read other people's body language, including how to read like their feet positioning and everything. You guys see what I'm talking about? I'm probably off a little bit. Yeah, right there. So this book shows you how to do things that will up your game. So what will happen is you'll not only be able to spot if there is receptivity in somebody before you do anything, but it'll let you know how to do small things like if you tilt your head kind of and go like that when when you're nodding your head, and like ways to adjust your mannerisms that are biologically programmed into people to affect them. It's called the like switch. Here, I'll zoom it in right there. I want everybody to see this. This is literally like hacking people. I'll move back so it's actually seeable. Well, I'm horrible at lining books up. It is something that will benefit you. Yeah, it's worth it. The book is super handy. It allows you to read people and to send the right message. Not to So a lot of people don't even know what they're saying with their own body language. And that burns them, and it will actually get them in trouble with what they're trying to communicate, because girls and boys don't communicate exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things that I've noticed is a guy will ask a question, and he'll be like, like, say I asked you, a girl, hey, what do you think I should do here? And then I listen to what she says, right? And then instead of acknowledging what she says, or pseudo acknowledging what she says, I say, oh yeah, I was, I get what you're saying. This is what I was gonna do. So that's different for boys. So a girl will take that offensively. She doesn't appreciate that. But say a girl asked you, hey, I was working on this, what do you think I should do? And then you tell her what you would do, and then she says, oh, that's cool, I was thinking about doing this. If you're a boy, you're actually going to take that as a positive thing, because you're going to perceive that as she's striking up some conversation of interest, and she's just doing. See, a girl will think you're blowing her advice off. A guy will think you're striking up a conversation of interest. And so it's literally this book. I'm going to tell you, you guys want to get this book. I'm not even making any money off of the guy that wrote it, but I know that it affected how well I could read people. And so I got it the senior year of college while I was graduating with one of my business degrees. And it literally made my semester one of the best semesters I ever had. Like, all the little girls in my classes were all super easy to figure out what the heck was going on. I could figure out when I was pissing off my professors. Um, it's called the like switch, is what it's called. And I literally had never had so many friendly classmates that were girls in my life. And it was like, and I was actively using it. I won't be like the innocent guy that like, oh, I would never do that. No, I did. I used the crap out of it. And it made my last semester of college so good that I had professors that are like, that literally accused me of seducing my co-classmates, which, and then I told one of my professors about the book, and he got it for himself, which I'm not going to guess how that went. I'm sure it went well for him. Um, but no crap, it is that good of a book that it can change how well you're interacting, not with just other people, but it really does change your interactions with the opposite sex. And it lets you see, like, the foot language part of it, where you can just know, because people turn their feet towards what they're interested in. So if somebody's trying to get away, they'll literally turn their feet away from you or towards the door or something like that, which lets you know to let them get away. You don't want to make a conversation with you awkward or anything. But if a girl's feet are facing too directly at you and stuff, and they're doing certain things, you then know how to interpret that as basically wide open interpretations. It's not like confusing anymore. And because guys and girls never actually say what they think, body language is so much more important. Body language itself is one of the most valuable skills I ever picked up. Like, straight up, you guys, if I could tell you it's life changing, I would tell you it's life changing. It lets you interact with the opposite sex much better, because we're all so confusing to each other, and we're all trying to do stupid stuff like put on fronts and crap like that. Your body language, unless you practice the stuff in here, doesn't put on a front. But the thing is, body language is part of language. And so what your body's telling somebody, they are receiving. So we're all biologically programmed to read body language even when we don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? And so once you actually know how to read it, you start picking up how to speak it. And you can fake body language signals to somebody, and it's the same thing as the real thing. Just gonna tell you guys, it's freaking amazing. And I'm not trying to tell you guys that so you go misuse it, because nobody, I mean, I don't really know if there's a misuse it. I mean, I guess you could be really, really mean about it and stuff like that. Be like, ha ha ha, I'm just toying with people right and left. Don't toy with people. But if you have legitimate interest in somebody and you're trying to figure out if they have legitimate interest in you, or you're attempting to develop or culminate a legitimate interest, being able to read their body language and effectively communicate is going to up your ability to do that. And honestly, I think we all want that for each other. You know what I'm saying? We all want the other people that we know to be able to communicate better with their interest and to be able to understand what they're interested in better. The other book that I'd get after this is Robert Greene's The Art of Seduction. And I don't have a copy right now of it because I actually gave it to somebody else. You know what though? Watch this. I happen to know. Hold on one second. I'm about to share this. The audio book. You guys will love this. So, full audiobook, blah, blah, blah. Trying to make sure I find the full thing. Looks like Audible has it. It also looks like this guy has it right here. I don't know if you guys know about Robert Greene, but he's the one that wrote The Laws of Power and stuff like that. He absolutely, and I think that that's a good copy of it. I didn't check that copy. But if not, it's The Art of Seduction. And The Art of Seduction teaches you about archetypes and other things. Okay, seduction isn't just with the opposite sex. Seduction is the making something move to a more malleable state. This can exist within your business, within your worker group, within, it could be the opposite sex too. You know what I'm saying? But The Art of Seduction as a book is amazing, and I've listened to the audiobook. It's just as good. You can listen to it and you'll actually learn things you're doing that are counter-seductive, because a lot of seducing somebody is about removing what you're doing to be non-seductive, right? And then doing enough right to be seductive. In fact, all of it's about points, like negative points and positive points. And as soon as you've accumulated more positive points than negative points, the target is partially seduced. That's basically it. But if you combine the like switch for its body language powers and the knowledge you can gain from the art of seduction, it will up not only you guys' game, but it will make it less likely that you're going to get manipulated by somebody else. In fact, I gave the Art of Seduction copy I had to somebody because I felt that they're so bad at relationships and they're always getting kind of played on, you know what I'm saying? That I thought that they should read the Art of Seduction not only so that they could be better about who they're actually getting to like them, but so that they would understand when they're getting messed with. Like, because it breaks it both down. It's not a one-way thing. It lets you know, hey, this is how seduction works on of a good negative way, positive way, just super good. This is why we're mojoing so good, you guys. But every human seduces, just so you guys know. Every human. It just, are they good at it or not? That's literally it. Oh yeah, we're rocking. Like, we've been lucky and lucky. Yeah, not only is it a great day, I think that's Krautballs is your name. I hope so. Either that or I just made up some stuff and we're all in trouble. But I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm having a great one. We're doing good on this part. I'm doing good in general. I have no complaints. Well, yeah, that's how we do it. I'm I like the good loot though. So we started with some random amount of stuff. I don't honestly know where we are now, but I would say we're doing pretty freaking good. I've had multiple globals, had a bunch of really good hits. Basically, things are going freaking epic. I'm not complaining. Had good coffee, talked about some books. I'm gonna make a book club on my page maybe one day. I love books, you guys. I'm about to read a book later on. The one that was somebody suggested me was called The Law by Frederick Bastian. Baptiste? I don't know. Frederick somebody. And it's an economics book. I know that doesn't sound as good as the seduction books, right? I love books though. On money, on the opposite sex, on power. I like sci-fi books. Basically, I just like stuff. But books are, you can find books on almost any subject at this point. Do you know a lot of people don't like him, and I get why. But do you know even George Soros has a book on money? Yeah, it's called The Alchemy of Finance. Super good book. Just in case you guys are wondering. I'm not a George Soros fan. I think he's a possibly a bad guy in my opinion, but that's just an opinion. Um, but I'll tell you what, that guy is freaking smart. Like, holy crap smart. It was worth listening to. Like 100% worth listening to. I was like, oh, I feel I understand money a little better. I understand why this guy's so rich. Besides the malevolent stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even sure if all that malevolent stuff that's said about him is true or not. I just wouldn't be shocked at this point either. And so, but yeah, super smart guy. That guy's like crazy smart. Basically, things are going frickin' epic. I think we're gonna even be done with that sci-fi book in another few months, just to be honest. And then we get to publish that. Well, I'm frickin'. And we'll find out how well that does. Well, gee, who knows? I never wrote a sci-fi before. But I had never wrote some kids books before like the other week, so why not? And then, honestly, I probably am gonna write a random Christmas love story, like a romance novel that's a Christmas one, because I kind of do agree that that's probably where there's a ton of money. And then you get to have a bunch of girls reading your random WTF Christmas romance movie book, and they all think you're a little more caring than you are. They'll be like, oh no, he must be such a nice guy. He wrote this sappy Christmas romance book. That's freaking epic, huh? Yeah, we'll be working on that right after. Not after the stream, but we got to get through our sci-fi book first, guys. And then we'll make up a romance book. It'll be hilarious. Hey, Iverson, how you doing? I hope you're kicking butt today. We're in the middle of dominating this Mayhem event. By dominating, we're just doing super good. And just a great day, actually. It kind of looks nice outside, except it's windy. Just gonna let you guys know. I don't mind the wind, but it is windy for sure. I was like, holy crap, it looks windy. I'm super excited to knocking out some more of that book tomorrow morning, by the way. If you guys didn't know, we write a sci-fi book on Wednesday morning and Friday mornings on my channel. We're whizzing through it too. Like on chapter 10, going to be 11 tomorrow. And we'll probably finish all of 11, in which stuff will actually happen. Not just dialogue, not just talkity, some action scene. We'll write an action scene tomorrow. And then I don't know how many chapters the book is going to be. That'll if we've come to a place that seems like a good break and stop in it, but that kind of leaves it open to where if we wanted to write another book on top of the series later, if it does well, that's kind of what we're going to do. Leave it up in the air for another book. That's at least my plan right now. Which that's what we'll do. I'm having too much fun this year. One of my friends even told me I'm having too much fun. Which, honestly, I think I'm having about the correct amount of fun, but I could see how it could get confusing. I felt in the past maybe I was having too little fun, so it distorted how it appears. Yeah, that's probably what happened. I actually wish my friends were having as much fun. My buddy that owns the peach orchard, he's having a blast. My one buddy that bought the cows that sold his coffee shop, he's having a blast. I need to get all my friends to where they're having so much fun. That's probably going to be my goal for next year, is to figure out which friends I have that aren't having enough fun in life and try to get them to be having more fun. Like just a better overall experience. That sounds like a fun plan, right? I don't know if that's a reasonable plan, but it's my plan at this point. Probably a reasonable plan. You guys that get the like switch in the art of seduction, you use your powers for good, okay? Don't just be evil seducers out there causing mayhem in the world. Be causing fun in the world. Goodness and stuff. That's what we want. A lot of goodness. Oh, T-Boom. If you guys are ever bored, though, and you're like, hey, do you know a good book on this subject? You guys are welcome to ask. I literally read almost every subject at this point. And most of them are just like, they're mostly reference type books. Not the biggest fiction reader, but I do read some fiction. Just not as much. Especially once I found a whole bunch of books that upgraded my skills on stuff. And then I was like, whoa, I'd rather read these books that make my whole life better instead of this other crap. But I still do read some random stuff. This guy's going down. There's 13 ped right there. So they're liking us. They're just not loving us. They loved me earlier. I can't complain. I just realized it's 3. So hold on 1 second. We'll kill off this guy. Then I'll find us somebody that we can raid onto real quick. Thursday is the day that I have stuff I have to do at exactly 5, and it takes a while to process the video and get it up on YouTube. Okay. I will be doing more Mayhem before the event's over, by the way, just so you guys know. Okay, 1 second real quick, and we're going to find people that are streaming and stuff. I'm going to make it where you guys can see who's streaming. That way you guys can tell me, hey, I would like you to raid this person or this person. I'll go to Entropia. Okay. Sleepy Ninja's up. Tassier EK, I don't know who that is. Gamer Yamamoto's up. There's a bunch of people I don't know here. It's like a lot of people. Wither Slowly is here. Let's see what Wither Slowly's doing real quick. Oh, I'm going to see what they're doing. I can't see. They're flying in space. Okay, so Withers is flying. I don't know what they're doing exactly, but do you guys have somebody specific you guys want to raid to? And it's anybody you guys want. I'm not anti anybody. Anybody guys? Okay. I'm going to roll a dice then. We'll pick somebody that way. I got a 20-sided dice. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we won't count me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this person right here, we're going to raid them and give them some love for the day. I hope they do more than just Swanton, but we'll throw them some love. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much for hanging out. I just hope you guys have a great day. If I see you tomorrow morning during our writing session, that's awesome. If not, you guys enjoy your weekend and stay epic. Peace and very best wishes.